wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor McCaw.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Hello there.
Protego! Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you
Jasně.
need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Asi počkám.
You'll get it!
Accio! Levioso! Accio!
That was something.
Jako vážně? Já nemám rychlejší reload.
Incendio! Levioso!
Good one!
Děkuji.
Accio! Incendio!
Nicely done.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Protego! Accio! Incendio!
That's it! Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
It was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
OK. Jej. A úkoly. Nejí. Ty úkoly. OK, tak já si tam prostě dojdu. Je to asi rychlejší než přes to rychlé cestování, ty vole.
Revelio.
Bude asi v přeměňování. Yep. Utíkej, študáku. Musíme najít kameny. Aha. Ok, ještě dolů.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Revelio.
OK. Tady lítala někde nějaká stránka, ne?
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
OK, takže to bude si být někde tady.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
It must be difficult.
Proč Harry Potter, kámo?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Zkusíme se podívat ještě tady nahoru.
Accio!
Easy. Sice je to o něco těžší než hledání vran v God of War, ale nic strašného. Tři. Tak, tohle je zase docela štraka. Bezva. Tak hnedka tam snad budu.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio.
Co tady jde? Čau, ty hošani. You will obey my will. Aspoň, že ty dva jsou docela blízko sebe.
Incendio.
Ještě nahoru. Velká schodišťová věž, kámo, tak to si proběhnu.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Revelio.
Tak já si s ohňovým pohárem. Jo. Jo, odložil.
Accio! That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Říkal jsem si, že tady mám ještě víc úkolů, který bych mohl.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together, laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Super. To by bylo. Tak. Pošta. Časporka. Jasně. Úkoly. Teď půjdeme na hodinu. Ale Mando, ty Star Wars nový budou mít české titulky nebo ne? Nevíš? Hustý.
There's something in there. I just know.
Škoda. Ale EA, no to je jedno. Připravuje se na to Farflame. Farflame teďka překládá ještě Elden Ring, ne? Elden Ring a Valhallu. Ale na Valhalle je zrovna na mrtvém bodě.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bone. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
A pořádně si nasaďte sluchátka, jinak to bude nářez.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Tak až vyhem s ňou ven.
Should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Nebylo by lepší jim říct, co s tou mandragorou dělat předtím, než ji vytáhnou?
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. It wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead.
Čínské chroupání zelí. Tak pomá.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry. Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me, you do not want to go through that. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too.
Dogweed?
Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Ale tak.
With that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
To se říká i o autě.
I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Ale kde si můžu udělat ten lektvar? Jasně. To je ošklivý. Úkoly nějaký hlavní. Tohle by mohla být sranda. Pak se sem vrátím. Ale je to tak daleko. What the fuck? Učebna věštění, kámo. A teďka, abych si to procvičil, se ukážu v učebně věštění, vole. Sakra.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Dolní mocného. Tak tam prostě musím jít.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Tak to byl jináčí chcanec.
Still have a bump on my head from her voice.
Kam to jdu, ty vole? Jsem četl, vole, jak mu vypadly ucpávky z uší z mandragory, kámo. Je to Hagridova chalupa. Hustý. Právě jsem sebral klobouček muchomurky skákavy, ty vole. Já jsem kytka, vole. Tady nic moc nekvete. Takže jsem se sem mohl vždycky To je jedno. To je Hagridova chaloupka, ale ještě nemá tu přístavbu jednu.
Revelio.
Čau Hagride, jsi doma? Jej, tak tvarvo. Super. Promiň, Hagride.
This looks intriguing.
Muchomurka skákavá.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Pustý.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
Are they?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You should never have come here. This is not going well for you.
Cowards! Going after a child!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Accio! Incendio!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Ciao.
Get over here, you idiot! We can help them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student over my dead body! Not today!
Repity, kámo, repity. Konečně mám trošičku vyrovnaný. To je jedno.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Ha ha! Time to see someone I'll let
I'm not going anywhere with you.
John, you'll take this student over my dead body!
Wretched weed! Always get plants to fight your back. Let me
Stay in school next time.
To zvládnu. Jenom si musím nechat tady tu hlavní
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. You're nowhere to protect. We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Giles,
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Leviosa! Release!
Sakra. Já jsem úplně zapomněl, že tohoto nebloknu, že musím dodgenout, vole. Dělej, pojď. Jasně. Jo, to super.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Perhaps some nice flair. Reducto.
I'm not going anywhere.
Take this student off of my dead body.
You made a grave mistake.
Accio. It's Accio.
Come on, you are afraid to fight? No, go.
Leviosa. Accio.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
No, že dobrá.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features.
Place the mallow sweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink. Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Okay.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Noro, dai.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
30 HP. Tady nechala bednu.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Povidej.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
Super.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful.
Super.
Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
No, říkal jsem si. Škoda, že tady není žádná loď, ty vole. A možná je, možná jsem se měl jít podívat, ale hod, s tím nic nedělám.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
Jak se dá potopit? Jasně. Kámo, jak se můžu potopit? Ando, seš tu? Jak se potápí? Okay. Ještě tak nic pozemní. To se asi teďka nedá prostě. Pokud nemám asi equip, tak nemůžu. OK, jdu na nějaký svůj quest. Okolí. Takhle se vylejzal z vody, vole. Hustý. Ale ne, já to přeběhnu. Nechceš to jumpovat, hochu? Znám jedno takový krásný kouzlo. Arresto momentum, kámo. To asi zatím nic neznamená, ty vole.
That's the orders or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Začít počkat, kámo.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Ty vole, tohle je úplně jiný 5. ročník než Harry Potter měl.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Já zamíchám si kotel.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Hustý, kolik jich mám? 1, 2.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
As long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
It's
Potion weapon stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwopper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Kámo, to jsou relikvie. Asi mě jenom jebe.
Should you chop the dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Tak si počkám. What just happened?
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Spadl stream. WTF? Jsem live?
Gareth! Not again.
Oh, the smell.
Dragon dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Endurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Pustý. Jsem live? Teda nakonec teďka, jo, ne? Jsem live. Ty vole. Hotovo. Jo, tady.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Jo, pak jo.
Revelio.
Švestky. Nepleťte se do cesty švestkám, vole. Ty seš prostě měkkej, ty vole. Tak jo, teďka do těch prasinek. Batman. Nevím, proč jsem si zrovna v této situaci vzpomněl na Batmana.
Revelio.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
I don't know, Mr. Ollivander. Perhaps Professor Fig overestimates my abilities.
Oh, I sincerely doubt that. Eleazar Fig is not one for false flattery. If he believes in you, there is good reason. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlry. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old one-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Brá. Já se na to podívat. Jak je to daleko? Ty vole. Prasečí hlavy, no. Nikdy nevíš, člověku, co vypadá chytře. Má nic.
there. In the market for potions, are we? What can I do for you today?
Za kilo. Mám kilo 40.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Já mu nemůžu prodat to, co jsem našel.
Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
Pikovka.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Mně mohlo stačit.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
OK, jdu do Bradavic tady. Snad mě to dostane o něco blíž, abych to nemusel odkusat celý. Ježíš. I tak je to štreka.
Accio.
Kouzelných tvorech, no. Tito tvorové se mají nechat na pokoji z určitých důvodů. Vůbec nevím, co to je, ale sbírám to. Because it's shiny.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Čepice, kámo. Nedá se to udělat, abych přesto normálně viděl? Super.
Don't mind me, Owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Where are those statues? I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick. Accio! This'll do nicely. Nothing. Statues here. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. Accio! I'd best keep looking. I'll take that, thank you. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Ještě nahoru.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Accio. Here's a welcome surprise. Nothing. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. Revelio.
OK, takže ještě jeden.
Accio.
OK, that was easy.
What's happening?
Co se děje? Prakticky vůbec nic. Skoro bezhravějník? Ne, to není skoro bezhlavý.
Someone solved my puzzle after all these years. Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Yay. 10. Temný les by měl být blízko u Hagrida, ne? Easy. OK, když naučit kouzlo, tak naučit kouzlo. Bradavici. Ty skurvené hůlky, vole. Zkusíme to naposledy. Jo. Úkoly. Mapa. Teďka budu dodžovat jako kokot. Kde asi žádný velký souboj nenajdu.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of Cross Wands ready?
Look who's back. Ready to redeem yourself?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
Někteří říkají, že
we can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Štěstí opakovat tu skurvenou jednu věc, vole. Dopadne to úplně stejně.
You're better than that. Incendio.
Stupid.
try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Jasně.
Incendio. Accio.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Find the one!
Protego.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Come on. Bring it. Confringo. There goes my way.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Confringo.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Confringo.
Fringo.
Protego.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Když je neporazím, tak nemůžu pokračovat v hlavních misích.
A s touhletou bombou musíme skončit. Díky, že jste se dívali. Dobrou noc.